Hello everyone, this is Amanda McGuire and this is my week 2 discussion board for MPA 580. For this week's discussion, I'm going to be discussing natural law, categorical imperatives, utilitarianism, contractarianism, virtue theory, and how a couple of these theories apply in a public administration situation. So starting off with St. Thomas Aquinas, he believed that God created us with the instinct to do good, a set of basic goods that we naturally seek, to preserve our own life, to create new life, to educate our children, to seek God, to live in society, being social creatures, to avoid offense, and to shun ignorance. From there, natural law then comes from reason and the need to maintain these basic goods. Immanuel Kant disagreed with St. Thomas Aquinas. He believed that God did not create us with morals. Rather, morals come from reason, a set of commands that we must follow regardless of our self-interest or desires. With this came the universalizability principle. Sorry, that's a hard word. Where moral basically states that moral law is binding and it's something that is always done in similar situations. For example, killing is always wrong. It's never okay to kill. And then he also had the formula of humanity, where we should treat humanity always as an end, never as a means. For example, we shouldn't use people for our own self-interest. We should always act with humanity as the result, to keep people humane and cherished, not as a thing to be used. Next are Bentham and Mill, Jeremy Bentham and John Stuart Mill, who had a different idea of where morals come from. They believed morals are derived as a result of the consequences or a result of our actions, regardless of what our intent is. They also believe that our actions should do the greatest good for the greatest number, which is called the principle of utility. Then we have Hobbes. Hobbes agreed with Kant that morality does not come from God and does not come naturally. Instead, he believed that morals are created by a contract, which was created by free, rational, self-interested people. People exchange their freedom for security. So having rights implies being obligated to the group that you are under contract with. And then we have implicit contracts, which are those that we don't necessarily agree with, but find ourselves a part of. For example, being born an American, I have no choice in the laws that are put forth because I was born into this country. I have a vote and a say in future laws, but those that were started, I can't do anything about. And then we have people that have the choice to deflect. They can choose their own self-interest over cooperation. So people can choose to go against the natural contract of not killing each other and do so for their own self-interest. So to explain a couple of these theories further, we look at the example of government aid, such as Medicare. Medicare was put in place to provide medical and financial support to those considered unable to work, those that are retired seniors or those on permanent disability. With that, we look to Bentham and Mill and the principle of utility, which is the idea of providing the most good for the most people. So all of those of us that are able to work, we then help to make sure that we provide the most good to the most people by ensuring that there is aid for those that can't take care of themselves. And then we look to St. Thomas Aquinas with this as well, where this government aid is based on the idea of preserving life. We're planning for our own future by making sure that we are still taken care of with our medical needs and financial needs when we're retired and no longer able to work, or those of our children who may be disabled. And the last thing to discuss this week is virtue theory, which is the idea that our character defines morality and not a set of rules. It's finding the golden mean of doing the right thing at the right time in the right amount for the right people. This applies to public administration, as we ourselves are striving to find that balance between serving others and maintaining the laws and policies we have been chosen to implement. Our own golden mean, which is best reached by strength in character, and our strength in character is found through virtues. And that's all I have for this week. I hope everyone has a great week. Thank you very much.